Okay, Claire, Lily, Sophia, Logan, let's go ahead and get started. You guys? All right, there we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I know you have some important news that you're reading there in the newspaper. What is ethics? In your words, like what do you think ethics is?
The moral decision to do things right in a group.
Do you guys think it's interesting that we're here to not just talk about ethics, but talk about business and ethics? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, it can be hard to be ethical as a business because you need to make money, and sometimes doing the right thing, like you can't make money doing the right thing, and so sometimes you kind of have to sacrifice that and do the right thing and like risk losing money.
They're not two things that are typically put together as a society, which probably something we should work on.
You want to make sure your customers feel like they can trust you.
Do you think that businesses that do good are also going to do well?
Yes.
Right? Is that grammatically correct?
I think so.
I think so.
All right.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me too. The ultimate goal of a business is a for-profit business is to make money. Do you see that kind of sometimes in conflict with helping people and doing good?
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah? Why? Sophia, why do you say that?
Because our world is very materialistic, and people don't always understand that money isn't everything, and it is important to put other people's needs above your own, and like helping someone out at the end of the day is going to make you feel better than making money.
In the end, when you think about it, people don't count how much money you had. It's kind of how many people you influence in your life.
Companies, businesses are made up of people. Is it important that everybody be ethical, or is it that some be ethical? Like, how do you think about how you would advise employees in a company?
I think in the long term, it's just that in the long term, you have to have the whole company thinking about ethics, but you need at least a few people to inspire others to be ethical.
Yeah, and I think the same thing, but as a business, you can't guarantee that everyone in your business is going to be ethical. Like, some people just aren't like that. Some people are just like very materialistic and they just want the money. So it's important to have like the leaders in that business to inspire others to be the role models.
Do you think ethical people are attracted to work with other ethical people?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that creates a really important environment that you're reflecting to kind of through the work that you give and the services that you give and the products you give. Because when you have a ethical community, an environment, it kind of inspires other people and it kind of creates kind of like a chain reaction or whatever. And when you have that environment, that attitude of let's help other people, it almost helps you more in the long run.
Yeah, right. So that's interesting. So businesses aren't just about what happens today. Mm-hmm. They also have a long life to them, right? Yeah. So what you do to your customers or your people today has an influence on the success of the future business.
Because the things that happen now affect your business. So if people can't trust you, if people can't rely on you, then your business eventually does fail, because business and community and people require a lot of trust.
And I feel like you would have to have ethos in a company, or like as long as they trust you, you'll get more business in the long run because they'll recommend you to friends, and it'll just help you to grow as a business.
You have in front of you the Orange County Catholic. It's something that the Freedom Communications Orange County Register is very, very proud of. Do you think it's important to have a faith-based newspaper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
why is that?
And I feel like it's important for kids of like all ages to see that there is news out there that's good, and it should be spread to set an example for them.
Yeah, and faith brings people together, and like when you're watching the news, it's rare that you'll see something about faith, and it's cool that like you actually get to see this in the newspaper, because kids, like if they see the news, it's just stuff about war and all this horrible things in the world, but faith is good and it brings people together and it brings happiness, and by spreading that, that's good for kids and all people.
Good. Well, you guys, thank you so much for your advice. You did fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what is your favorite newspaper?
Orange County Catholic.
All right. Thanks, guys.